Hi, my name is Peter Meadow. I'm a palliative care chaplain in Kaiser Permanente in Northern California. And my dear family friend, Dr. Marta Nizaro, who works in Verona as a anesthesiologist in the ICU there, one of the hospitals, asked me to send a short video that she could share with her colleagues, nurses, doctors, and hospital personnel, therapists, with some advice or thoughts about how you can take care of yourself during this incredibly challenging time. Uh, First of all, I want to thank you all for the wonderful service you have done over these past 2 to 3 months and that you continue to do every day. You are heroes. I know that gets to be a cliche that people supporting our healthcare workers and how wonderful they are, but I truly understand what you do. I also have worked in the ICU. I've worked with cancer patients, dying patients, uh, emergency room, but I've never experienced the kind of things that you've gone through, the kind of challenges. So I want you just to really know, from the bottom of my heart, how grateful I am for what you've done for the patients you've served, the families, and as representatives of our common humanity. I also wanted to I read something in the newspaper today, the New York Times, about the head of emergency medicine at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York City, who 49-year-old woman, Dr. Laureen Breen, who just today or yesterday took her own life. She had been working at the front lines in the emergency room with multiple COVID-19 patients. And it brought home to me how important it was for you guys to take a pause and to really do things to care for yourself. We've heard this metaphor over and over again. I'm sure you've heard it too, about how you medical workers are on a battlefield in a war. And the analogy, the metaphor of being in a battle at war is exactly what is true. You are much like soldiers who were in Vietnam, the Vietnam War, or in Afghanistan or Iraq wars. You are suffering trauma every single day that is far greater than any trauma you ever experienced before. You're all familiar with illness and death and losing patients, but none of you could be prepared for what you've gone through. So, as warriors, as the soldiers who came back from those battles, those military battles, you bear the risk of contracting post-traumatic stress disorder. We know working in an ICU, working in relief work, being in an ICU as a patient, there's a great risk of post-traumatic stress disorder, particularly a month, 2 months, 3 months after your service. And it may come on as anxiety, depression, fear, nightmares, inability to sleep. And you're all practiced at being brave and being strong, but it is really, really important for you guys to reach out and get help. It's so important for you to feel the depth of the feelings that are inside you and are you've had to suppress them. You've been on the battlefield. You cannot allow them to affect your work, but they're going to come back. If they haven't come back to haunt you, they will. And the only way to get through those is to talk about them, to own them, to really feel them. And that's something that I know from my work as a chaplain, working with people who are dying. It's not based on religion or belief in God, it's just being human. And so I urge you with all my heart that you reach out to somebody, reach out to your hospital team, your friends, your colleagues. I'm sure you do that to some extent, but reach out to therapists. I don't know if you have chaplains there in the hospital in Italy, but I hope you do. And you can also reach out to me If you know Marta as a friend and you speak English, I'd be happy to speak to you anytime on FaceTime or Zoom or Skype or any way possible, and any way that I can help support you and be with you. And we can't make this terrible trauma that you've gone through go away, but we can process it and make it easier to live with by talking about it, by feeling it, by living it. So God bless you. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and I so wish I could help you and be there with you. I want you to know that many, many thousands of people around the world are with you, are feeling for you, are rooting for you, and that's it. Okay. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you'll take what I've said to heart. And I love you very much. Namaste, and keep up the great work.